Hello, this is Mystery Redacted, aka Red, and what I'm currently drawing is what I call Goal of Life, because, once again, I couldn't think of an invented title at all. I'm very bad at titles, it's the normal thing. The reason I call it that is because I remember saying my mum says a lot, which is always try your best. Now, at the time when I was younger, I didn't really get the implications behind it, because it really sounds like she wants me to kind of do my best all the time, which later on I figured out, no, it isn't the case. What she meant by that is for things that I want in life, like becoming an artist, getting past high school and all that, you should just try your best. If you fail, you can't say, oh, I should have done this or I should have done that, because you've tried your best. It's very helpful in situations where you've failed or something to accept failure a bit more easily because, well, you've tried your best. Yeah, some people will say, well, my best wasn't good enough, but at the end of the day, you tried your best. If you didn't accomplish it, there was nothing you could have done, there was nothing you could have said differently, there's nothing you could have done, because you simply tried your best. So yeah, I kind of live by those now, kind of live your best and hopefully no regrets. But, that's why I started this YouTube thing, because for years I've been wanting to do this, but I've been wanting to make videos and stuff, had lots of ideas and quirky things, but it was always kind of in my head, just kind of a fantasy. So I thought, well, why not start it now so that I can go off and have have this little hobby on the side while I do other stuff that will probably be very consuming. But what you gotta remember when it comes to try your best is that you don't have to try your best all the time. You might think that's a bit contradictory, because I'm meant to try my best, but I don't have to all the time. For little things, you don't have to force yourself to try your best, like folding clothes, for example, or doing the dishes and all that. People get really caught up in that stuff, like they have to go 100% in on everything that they do in life, and that'll just end in exhaustion. You just won't want to do things. You can wash the dishes and then dry them later on. You can wash your clothes and then wait later on to fold them and hang them up. You don't have to go 100% all the time. But yeah, it's one of the few things I've had trouble with, is learning that I don't have to go 100% all the time. I'm still learning, because when it comes to drawings and all this jazz, I tend to always draw in one session, which is bad, I know, because I need to learn to take breaks and all that, which is why I've been trying to get breaks into my routine if a drawing session does become long. Because what happens with a lot of artists and drawings is that some of them will last maybe like 50 minutes, an hour, while others, if they're a big project that require a lot of shading and a lot of fiddling around and figuring things out, they can last 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. They can even last longer if it's really high quality stuff that you're doing. And you gotta remember that you need to keep care of yourself. It's like machines. You can't just expect a machine to go off 100% of the time. Sometimes it needs maintenance, sometimes it needs a rest, or it'll overheat. Your body is the same. You need to take a breath. Sometimes you don't need to work and study. Sometimes you need that break. Sometimes you need to play a video game or watch your favourite YouTuber. That's a lot of things people have a hard time doing because they feel like they're being unproductive, but you're not being unproductive, you're just letting yourself rest, letting yourself just have a breather and get to work with a fresh mind. Because let me tell you, if after an hour of revising and you're drilling your head into something, it takes it out of you, and your work just kind of gets worse and worse. There's like some drawings that I've never posted or anything because I've done my one session thing, and I've just seen that the quality of my art has gotten worse and worse. And that's just because I needed a break. I needed to do something else for a bit that wasn't art related, and then I could jump back into it and watch the quality of my art improve again. Sometimes people say they've had bad drawing days. I don't really believe in bad drawing days. I believe more in your body needs a break. You need to go off and do something else. That's what everyone needs to do. I bet with writer's block and artist's block and all that, they say they can't draw, like they physically can't draw. And it's your body telling you, I need a break. I need a break from this. And I need to do something else. And when inspiration doesn't come, instead of just sitting there staring at a blank screen, you should go off and do something else. Inspiration comes from the randomest of things. A YouTube video, cooking, anything. It can just be anything. So yeah, if you feel like you're just hitting your head against the wall, then you just need a break. And you just need to accept that. That sometimes your body needs a break, and that's all it is, that's the baseline. So yeah, I'm trying to get into the routine of making sure I'm properly hydrated and that I don't push myself too long into drawing sessions because, as I said, it's a very bad habit that I have. Also, exercises, if you are an artist, is a good thing. I know that because my wrists are a bit dodgy. That's because I didn't do my exercises. It's like dentists with flossing. You need to do your exercises or else your wrist goes wonky. But yeah, sometimes you just need a break. Sometimes you just need to relax. And sometimes you just need a break because of mental issues. It's simply that. There's nothing you can do to prevent yourself from taking a break. Your body needs to rest, it needs to take the time to do it, and so you rest. And then when you come back, you'll be up and at 'em again. But yeah, I heard my mum rolling around, that's why I paused for a moment. But yeah, it's just, they're hard to learn. Taking a break and all that, learning to take breaks and stuff is very hard to learn. I even know some adults that still have difficulty learning that. Sometimes you just need to do what your body wants. If your body wants to take a nap at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, then take a nap. Because at the end of the day, your body knows what it's lacking and loves to not inform you of what it's lacking. So, yeah, take a break, take a breather. I know this is oversaid, but go outside and all that. I'm not saying you have to do exercise and stuff. Like, even if exercise is good for the body, it's good for getting, like, endorphins and all that. I'm not saying that a break means exercise, because honestly, if you think of exercise like that, you're just not going to want to take a break because it's not fun. Just think of like, oh, I get to watch a YouTube video or something, whatever you enjoy. I say YouTube video because I enjoy watching YouTube when I'm kind of on my downtime. Chat to friends. and such. Even if it's internet friends, because no matter what parents say, internet friends are the same as friends. It's just literally they're in a different country, which is just like an exchange student. But yeah, need to take a rest. I'm probably going to take a rest after this because my throat's a bit on the ear side. But yeah, I'm hoping that I will keep up the good habits when I get into art university, because I'm going to an art university this year. In the interview I was very nervous. This is what I mean by try your best. I did try my best with the interview, with the drawing exams, and with all the exams. And they did tell me that my dossier, the pile of papers that I had to bring, was weak. And that the fact that I didn't have like 5 years of art school was a bit of a disadvantage towards me. But I got accepted, even though it was out of 500 plus students. There was only 3 schools with limited places, and most of the people that I saw came from arty backgrounds. They went to like art school for 5 years and had this entire dossier filled with pictures and drawings and all that. And some of them were much more impressive than what I could come out with at the time. But they could see the passion behind it. A lot of people say that, oh, you need to have something extremely good to get you into places, and it's not always the case. Sometimes it really is about the passion. If you're passionate about what you're speaking about, people will see that. People will see the maturity, see the lengths you're willing to go. I mean, I had to go to a flipping other region for that test. I had to sleep in a campsite for like 2 days. Showering in campsites is not... They also had ducks and rabbits in there. It was a really weird campsite. But yeah, it wasn't the easiest of times. It wasn't the hardest. It wasn't like camping out. We had a camper van and all that. But it was taxing. There was nights I couldn't sleep because it was over 2 days, so I couldn't sleep at all. I had to get up really early. They gave bad directions on the paper that didn't say where we was meant to go and all that. But yeah, I still got through. Life tends to throw you troubles. It really does, but if you're passionate and if you do your best, that's all you can do. There's nothing more, nothing less. You give it your all. If it isn't enough, then you can just accept it, because there was nothing more you could have done. There was nothing more you could have been. And if you do get accepted and all that, and you do pass whatever challenging things come your way, then that's good. But yeah, remember to take breaks, because even if you're meant to be doing something and there's a lot of pressure, just let yourself breathe. Because if you don't let yourself breathe, you'll feel like you're drowning in the pressure. But no, that isn't what it is. You just need a break, need to breathe. Do something else that is completely unrelated. Even if it's with something you love doing. I love drawing, but sometimes I need a break from that as well. And that's just, like I said, that's life. You just have to sometimes take a breath, take a stand back, breathe in deeply, and take a break. Because with everything takes an effort. Every single thing you do, even just getting out of bed in the morning, it takes effort. You have energy. You have a limited amount unless you have energy drinks, I guess, but I don't have energy drinks. And you can only do your best. So, that's what I take away from all my lessons, you can only do your best. And I'm pretty sure your best is spectacular. Well, anyway, that's it. Ta-da!